as we create, we're actually giving our children more time later, right? Because you create a business, and let's say you took time away to create a business. Now, that child, if they want to take over the business, be able to work at that business or what have you, or have the resources to create something else or do something else, they have it because of what their parents have created, right? So you're actually giving your child more time for the rest of their life by what you build now.
The thing is, like, the funny thing is, you'd be surprised how many kids don't want it, though.
That part.
You know,
No, actually, what though?
whatever business is being left over. Or,
Okay.
I've talked to kids that, I don't want to deal with the real estate or whatever the case may be.
What about the resources that come from it though?
Well, all right, so it's interesting because, like, we're women, obviously, right? So we're out most of the time. We're out of the house most of the time. So a lot of the child's mindset is going to come from the mother naturally. Where particularly, if it's a son, their self-esteem a lot of times comes from the mother. The father's the example. Sometimes daughter is vice versa. So, a lot of what the child is given is coming from the mother side, and a lot of times we don't always line up. Because I've had, like, me and my wife, we're coming closer together as far as the way we think, but a lot of couples don't think that their partner doesn't think the same way. There's love there and everything like that, but it's a different mindset. And it's very, you don't know, it's hard to figure out, okay, which mindset is the child going to take. Like, my wife is now just starting to, like, okay, like, I really want to learn the numbers of what you do. Before it was just like, oh, okay, that's nice. I could come in and see if it looks pretty or not, but not the hardcore nitty gritty real estate numbers and the crunching and all that other stuff, to the business side of it. So it's we can't just say, well, it's just our mindset. And to your point, like, the resources from it, how do we make sure that they understand, this is what I built. This is how you can manage it even without, quote unquote, giving your time. If you want to be a rock star, you want to be, I don't know, an artist or whatever it is that you desire. Because at the same time, like, I always tell my daughter, I don't ever want to limit what you want to do. But this is obviously always here. But I'm going to show you business. Because I don't care what you do.
You still have that.
There's business involved. If somebody's cutting you a check, then there's a business side of it. And if you want to grow in any organization, the higher you get to the top, the more business is relevant.
Yep. I mean, it's, I guess there's no one way to do it, right? There's no one way to make sure either the child wants to do it or make sure that they're fully prepared. But the key is to be conscious to at least educate your child on, as you mentioned, business.
Yeah.
Right? Understand negotiation, understand sales, understand how to read people, how to listen, right? Like those the tools, because sometimes people say, hey, common sense is not common, but what is common sense, right? Now there's tools that anyone can use in any situation to be successful. So if we, let's say, teach our children effective communication, how to really listen or read somebody, right? Communication, understanding that it's not just what the person says. Is their body language? Is their tonality? Self-confidence, right? How to self-motivate. These different tools that, regardless of what they do, they can be successful. And then from the standpoint of whatever was created along the way, educate them and share it. Like, hey, this real estate or whatever it is, finance, business, is here for you if you want it. Now, if you don't necessarily want to operate it, this is how it'll still benefit and bless you for the rest of your life. All you have to do is X, Y, Z, right?
Yeah.
Because even if the person wants to be a singer, an artist, a creative, whatever it is, something has to fund whatever dream they have.